Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. Ooh! Behold, the mighty Coleco Telstar Alpha. All right, we are go. So here we have the nice little unit on my obligatory blue silicone mat. Let's see here, get this unplugged. All right, and first we notice we do have something of a label that is so worn out you probably can't tell what it says there, but see if I can get the light just right. It says 6030 TV289 with the serial number just below that. Probably want to take maybe a piece of plastic and kind of stick it over here just to kind of protect on it a little bit. It's probably not long for this world. Notice that I have a lot of kind of peeling going on. I had previously just kind of used some glue stick to just kind of keep it in place because it was right up like that. Can't have that. So we will get in here, get some screws out of this bad boy, get down to the nitty-gritty, see what we got going on. Alright, there we go. I do believe we are in. Just make sure this one screw. There we are. Alright. And as you saw before, this unit is actually fully working. Wow, not much going on here. Got an RF can, looks like. Speaker. Couple of contacts for our batteries. This was portability in the late 70s. Alright, so looks like we got one screw right there. Not too much to tackle. Get that out of there. Alright, and I am probably going to go ahead, pull some stuff out of here. Hopefully my lighting's not too bad. Let's try something. Nope, that's worse. Well, we're just going to roll with what we got. So here we are, and this should, I'm hoping, just kind of, oh, you know what I forgot? Knobbies. They gonna come out? Yes, they are. All right. Stay in there, well, or not. Okay, you win. So there we go. Look at that. Not a whole lot to say about it. Got some switches. Old school switches. A couple of pots here. And let's see. Some chips. So there we go. Let's get a gander at some of the other logic stuff on there. Alright, so let's kind of zoom you back out. There we go, zoom back out. Alright, so let's get it back around over here. Let's get some juice up in this stuff. Let's see. I'll go for some there. Go for some in here. Let's give that the usual deoxit. It's a lube, and it's a contact cleaner, all in one. Let me make a mess, get some down in there, some down in here. Looks like we can just kind of get it in there. Oops. Oh yeah. There we go. That's where it's at. And let's see here. Even get some RF connector action there. Cool. All right, and seeing that we have the AY36501, we could do a composite mod on this thing pretty easily. Never actually done it, but kind of looking around on the net, and it doesn't look like it's too hard. Looks like it's just got a couple of lines that go out that you tie in, and you can do some separate audio out. And I don't know. I don't think the video quality was looking too bad on this thing. So as long as there's, you know, as long as there's TVs that can do RF, you'll see saw my little one. It's just an LCD, but it does the job pretty well, and you know, it's pretty good for a little bench monitor. As long as I've got that or any fairly nice television, I think we're good. Later on, that may change if I decide I want to play me some pong-likes on a TV that doesn't have a composite. Let's see. Pretty good there. We'll juice a little bit in here too. Bad angle. Oh well. Thanks, Deoxit. Okay, where is my power connection? There it is. I'll work it in a little bit here. Okay, look at that. Maybe clean these guys off. We're looking a little grubby. And these, on a modern machine, would be plastic, but these are just paper. So we'll be very careful with that. Just kind of put a little bit of alcohol on a Q-tip and just kind of give it a wipe down. Just kind of de-dust it. Not trying to damage anything. Let's see here. I could actually show that off. Ooh, look at that. Nothing major? Come on, there we go. All right, so get that on there, and that on there. So those do look to be about the same size. We got all the contacts cleaned up. Let's see. Got a pretty good contact there, so I don't want to mess with that too much. These can be a pain. The sockets are very cheap. Okay, so, well, you know, I say very cheap by today's standards. I guess that's true. Back in the 70s, it was a connection, so it was good. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead, put on our positive battery connection and our negative battery connection. Back on there. See if I can get this to go together. Let's see, looks like we need our cable there. Don't want to lose these little pieces of paper because they're just hanging out. They're not really connected or not really held on unless the unit's together. All right, and remember, always listen for the click. There we go. That's how we avoid making new threads, kids. All right, so got that back on, got that back together. And obviously it's meant to not have any kind of real structural stability until it's all together. You know what? I'm gonna just give it a spritz with some alcohol here. I don't know if that's there's like runs. I think that is flux that has just spread all over the place over the years. And we're just gonna leave it be. Okay, so we got that back together, got that back together. Doesn't look like I don't think we took the speaker off, so we should be good there. Got our back here, make sure I get it the right way around. All right. And of course, as always, whenever I leave the screws in, things will never line up, because that's just the way it goes. You gonna go? Nope. Okay, well, here we go. Thanks, screws. Thanks for playing. All right, so there we go. A couple of these guys back in here. You there. Ooh, I almost lost a screw off the edge of the table. That was nice. Love it when that happens. All right. Ha! I've caught you and you're going back home. Maybe? You gonna start? You're not in the hole? Did I already put a screw in there? No. Well, let's see if we have a wire sticking out. Ah. Well, it's very important to put the screws in the screw holes. I guess that's pushing up the motherboard from behind. It's a trap! Let's see here. Alrighty. Ta-da! And I guess you guys might want to hear what we've got on the back. We have manufactured by Coleco Industries Incorporated, Amsterdam, New York. Model number 6030, FCC type approval number TV289. Valid only when operated pursuant to FCC rules. Part 15. Ha! The FCC. Do not open. This device does not contain any serviceable parts. U.S. patents. Blah 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 blah. And of course our nice little battery container here. Looks like it takes C's. Oh, get back in there. Go. There we go. Boom. All right. Get our knobbies cleaned up a little bit here. Not going crazy. I had thoughts of putting something down, but I think we're just going to leave those like they are. These are, if you try to peel them up, they're just going to, well, you can kind of see where it's happened, where it was flipping up before. You get creases and all kinds of stuff. We're just going to save on that and just let it have its original patina and its not straightness, because you don't need straight. as long as you can tell what game you're playing. Oh, beginner, pro, and intermediate. I never noticed that. Well, that's what that other switch is. Let's see. These are well juiced, and that's pretty good. I think we should be pretty good here. And of course, it's got, like a lot of these old systems, people have wrapped the cords around them, and the plasticizers or softeners, or I forget the actual name for it. Anyhow, the stuff that keeps these wires flexible, when it comes into contact with the hard plastic, it does almost like a cigarette burn. And not much you can do about that, because that actually kind of gouges out just like a cigarette would, and you know, there's no amount of filling or anything that's going to take care of those. It's not too bad. Hey, it's not cracked, and that is a wonderful thing. All right, so we got all of our, oh boy, I missed a spot of what appears to be ketchup up under here. Be very careful around this label. It did get wet with the alcohol, but that shouldn't bother it too much. It'll dry back out. I'll just kind of go around it. Yep. All right. No more parent ketchup, so guess this thing saw some love. Alright guys, so that is the Coleco Telstar Alpha. Not a whole lot to say about it really. Late 70s, came out just before the Atari 2600 in '77. So, you know, it's only made till '78, and I'm thinking that you know, the new generation of console games kind of did away with these things. I do remember, you know, I was a kid. How old was I? Not very. Early 80s. These were hitting the yard sale market, and there were quite a few of these little devices that I think it was my grandmother had purchased for me. Every time she'd see one at a yard sale, you know, they'd be like $1 or $2, because people, you know, had their Ataris and stuff like that. You know, this is early 80s, 81, 82, something like that. I don't know. It was a time. But I remember many hours of keeping myself entertained. You've got a couple of different games on here, only one of which is single player. Tennis, which is Pong, as everyone else would know it. Hockey, which is Pong with 2 paddles per player. Handball, which is the single player game where you just bounce it off a wall. And Pong-alike, which is 2-player handball. So again, not much to say. Don't know. I had it on beginner. I played it for a little bit because I just couldn't wait to get into it and just kind of see what was going on with it. I'm afraid to try it on pro. Oh, you know. So anyhow, again, that is the Coleco Telstar Alpha. Another addition to the collection. Something for parts are not working from eBay that actually worked. So I got some other good stuff out of it too. Actually, this was not the major purchase, but I'll take it. It's neat. Anyhow, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'm gonna bring this to a wrap and maybe show you some fine footage of me getting my butt handed to me in handball on pro mode. That'll be fun. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Oh, gotta turn on the TV. There we go, boom. That's not too bad. Boom, boom, boop, 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 boop. All right, let's kick it to handball, since there's only one me here. Oh, that was so much easier. Okay, intermediate. Ooh, tiny paddle. Not so bad, playable, such as it is. But are you ready for pro? Are you ready for the pros? Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, I am not ready for the pros. Try that again. Come on. Ah! So much geometry. What am I gonna do? Boop. Well, anyhow, that was fun. Playing with the Coleco Telstar Alpha. Yup. High tech for, yeah, mid-late 70s. Think I'm gonna have myself a glass of tea, courtesy of Mickey Mouse, who is out of focus, but that's okay. There we go. And enjoy a little bit of handball. Who needs real exercise? I've got a paddle. All right, well, that's it. If you listen closely, you'll hear my new channel theme song.